Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel. R. Payne here, marriage, politics, and sports. I've been in several different discussions on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And unfortunately, inclusion is added to those two depressing terms of diversity and equity because the way they're being used and forced on industry is an anathema to what we should be talking about. And meritocracy is where we should be forcing things. And somehow we should be innovative enough to show how meritocracy could be a champion of inclusion. So we could put all the people who are worthy of the positions and the things that they aspire to can be included without trying to demonize one group over the other. So I'm saying I am against DEI fully as a mandate, and that's what it is. And when you mandate certain things, that means if people don't comply, you want to punish them. And once you start punishing people for not doing what you say, then we're headed towards fascist-like activity. So before I go into this thing, I have this guy who has a nice little illustration of how one such implementation of DEI has caused a ripple effect in the amount of available guys at high salaries because they're being replaced by equity hires, by diverse hires. And then on the back end, these same people are complaining that there's a shortage of the people that they want. And before I go into that, and it's a little illustration. It's kind of, it's not, it's a real good illustration. It's kind of tongue in cheek, but it gets the point across. But before we go any further, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell because I like to come out with something new every day or so. Um, I'm on the Black Man Unfiltered Network on Mondays at 7, and I have a sports show at 7 on Wednesdays, and that's a live show. Uh, Come on by, stop by. And I have on my community tab, make sure you go to my community tab and vote on the way I have my channel structured because I talk about relationships, I talk about marriage, I talk about politics, I talk about sports, and I have it all bundled together, but there's some themes. So if you go through my channel and look at my videos, you'll see very fast that there's certain themes. And I'd like you to take a vote on my poll. Should I concentrate on one theme, or do you like the variety that I have on my channel? I was going to say diversity. See, diversity is not a bad word. It's just about how you use it. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna play this clip from TikTok, and you tell me what you think about it. Please comment on it, uh, digest it, and are we giving the ladies what they want, or they don't understand that they're getting exactly what they asked for, and are they willing to live with that? So yeah, I just think this is a kind of good thing that we could talk about that for every law, for every rule, for every mandate, there are consequences, and then there's unintended consequences, unintended consequences. And we have to deal with those kind of things. So without further ado, I'm gonna throw up this video. Y'all look at it, look your way through, and see if you get the message that this guy who's illustrating this thing. Now, he calls it whole math, right? And I said, okay, listen, it's not my term, it's his. So I use it as an acronym for her obtuse equity, right? And it's a math and there's an equation to it. And if you're not looking at it right, you're going to get exactly what you asked for. But then in the end, is that what you really want? That's the difference. So without any further ado, let me go stop sharing this and we're going to play it.
Make enough to provide for us anymore. So we have to get out there in the workforce Right, because you voted for laws that give the jobs to you instead of to us. You know that, right? You have to know about this, right? Women have been saying for decades, they've been saying, we get 77 cents on the. Women want to get paid equal. They don't want to work equal. They just want to get paid equal. So they went to the government and they voted for the government to make things equal. And now that things are equal, women have raised their standards and they're saying men can't provide anymore. You voted for that. You know that, right? The government takes money from men and gives it to corporations if they meet diversity quotas. So we are being forced to pay to put ourselves out of work so you can be equal. Men and women don't put the same amount of effort into the workplace, and so they get different rewards out of it. But women wanted to make it equal. When men made more, women could find men who made more. But now women are making more, and they can't find men who make more. But it's not because you're running faster than us, it's because you voted to redistribute the trophies. So my money goes to the government, and the government gives that money to corporations. And then when I apply for a job, the corporation says, You may not have that job. We need more women to satisfy our government free money requirements. So you want men to pay, but you voted to take away our ability to do that. You can only have two of these. You can have equal pay by law, men take care of you, and the eligible men are loyal. If all of you are going after a few guys, then the eligible guys are going to have access to lots of women. So if you want equal pay by law and men to pay for everything, y- all of you are going to be going after just this section. So if you
Yeah.
stopped voting for money to go like that, then we would still have more money to be able to spend on you. This situation is like a dog that wants you to throw a ball, but it won't drop it. We want men to pay. Okay, let me go get a job. No, you can't have that. That's for women. We need equality. Okay, then go date the men who have more money. Where have all the good men gone? I mean, you have to know about this, right? Everyone knows this, right? Please tell me that you knew this.
Okay, let me stop it right there. So you get the picture. You get the picture on that one. Anyway, so it's kind of straightforward, right? You see what's going on there. You every time you mandate something like that, there's a consequence for it. Now you got to decide whether you want to live with that consequence or not. So the thinking of women at that level is you're going to have to share men, especially if you want them at a certain level, or you're going to have to take care of, you're going to have to put your salaries and things into what you should be putting them into, how to take care of your household so you can share those burdens, financial burdens with your men. Now the calculus of household chores and all that kind of stuff changes since you're working as well. So that's just a negotiation. That's just a conversation with the so-called man that you want. And so nobody is traditional as if you were back in the 80s in that fashion. You just got to start a new tradition for the new year, for the years that we're in. And if you're not willing to do that, then stay single. And that goes for both men and women. Anyway, so listen, I just wanted to get that point across. I am anti DEI, and I will always be anti DEI, even though I hate the fact that they put I in there as well. It should just be diversity and equity. Nobody is owed equality of outcomes. It goes against the uh, Declaration of Independence, where we only have to get the inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We're not owed happiness. We need We just need the opportunity to pursue it. And if you force it by mandate under threat of losing your money, under threat of losing your job, under any kind of threat, then it's not really given freely. Inclusion should be as innovative as we are as a society. We need to find other ways to include all peoples who want to believe in the American dream into paying in and benefiting from the dream as opposed to forcing diversity and equity on them. I don't agree with that at all. And so that's where we are. I have another video on DEI, and I have an illustration of what it looks like of diversity, equity, and equality. And that's another video. But on this one, I wanted to just get this one out as well. And, it's just part of my political views. The other video that I have out there is my thought about divesting from the Democrat Party because they push this DEI stuff more than the Republicans. I'm not saying vote for Republicans. I'm saying think more independently. Here's another thing I also want you to do. Go to my community tab and vote uh, in my survey. Please, I appreciate that. Like, share, subscribe to my video, be a part of uh, my channel, and I want to grow this thing. And it's moving right along. Anyway, our pain, marriage, politics, and sports. Over and out.